Yeah, for sure. All right, well let's switch gears then and talk about the NCAA tournament because both of you kind of hit on something that I want to talk about now. Gabe said they're kind of playing with house money. Kenny said, regardless of what happens the rest of the way, I don't know if I feel the same way about that.
And by the way, I'm not saying that I truly believe they're playing with house money. I want them to win a damn game.
Right.
And
I'll be highly disappointed if Colorado State wins.
And I'm not truly saying regardless of what happens, right? Like I came into this year with two goals for this Tigers team, and that's for them to win the regular season conference and then to go into the tournament not having to worry about their seeding. Yes. They've done those two things.
Yes.
So to me, and maybe my vision is a little bit too low, but maybe to me it's been a successful year.
Well, the expectations after last year were just what you're talking about. Let's just get back to the tournament, brother. And not have to worry about being on the bubble consistently. But now that we've seen this team go 29-5, win 2 titles in the American, it's like expectations change, and I get that.
Let's go get some more, baby. And Penny said it.
If I'm just being honest about the expectations I came into this season with, I think they have already gotten at least to the line of what I thought was possible and needed, at least.
But with what we know now, I want to ask you guys something.
Sure.
Is one win in the tournament a success? Because I genuinely, I don't think so. I think with the way that you've went about the year, with the amount of talent that you have, with the amount of success that you've had, I don't think winning one tournament game and being in the round of 32 is a truly successful season. I still think even more so than the 22-23 season, we'll look back and go, what could have been because of how good they were and how well they competed against some of the top teams in the country. And I don't think that's an unfair judgment. I think this team should have bare minimum Sweet 16 aspirations. And I know that, it's a tough draw with Colorado State. They're probably the best 12 seed. They've had a heck of a winning streak. They've played really well down the stretch in the season. They're favored by 3.5 points in this game. But, to me, none of that. Tyrese Hunter could potentially be out for the game. To me, none of that matters. This should be a Sweet 16 level team with what they showed both in the non-conference and the conference, the overall record, the championships, all the accolades. They need to be a Sweet 16 team.
Yeah, I think I'd be disappointed if they got knocked out in the first or second round. But at the same time, I just look at all the things that they're dealing with when it comes to the draw they got. It is, I don't know if you'd have any reason to be oh, this season was a failure. They didn't make it to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2009. I understand how well they've played, but we're talking about clearly the toughest region. The 8-9 games, UConn and Oklahoma, no one hotter than Oklahoma in the country. Jeremiah Fears, if you haven't watched him play, he's an absolute stud. UConn's the two-time defending national champion. Maryland is the hardest 4 seed in the bracket right now. Derek Queen and Jacoby Gillespie can hoop, brother. Derek Queen's going to be, a top 5 pick? Probably.
Yeah.
In all likelihood. Yeah. That guy can score at all 3 levels, leads them in scoring at 19 points per game as a center. You just keep going down the bracket. And hell, the 1 seed, Florida, no one wants to see that team right now. They just won the SEC. They're the only team in the SEC. This is a wild stat. Only team in the SEC without a losing streak, losing 2 straight games this entire season. So, and you don't have Tyrese Hunter, and you don't have the guy that was your 2-deep point guard, Dante Harris. Maybe he'll come back. Penny basically said Dante's in a better spot than Tyrese. Tyrese says he wants to give it a go, but based on what I'm hearing behind the scenes, it doesn't sound like it's real for him to actually give it a go. So, look, Penny Hardaway said he wanted to get to the Sweet 16, and he's not going to view it as a success unless they do. I guess I'll take his word on that, but I'm not going to be – I don't think I'm going to grade as hard as normal people, considering all the things that we know to be true about the draw that they have in the NCAA tournament. It's kind of funny, though. I in no way thought they were going to get a 5 seed. I thought 6 was the peak. They get a 5 seed, and I'm sitting here, and I look at the draw, and I go, not like this. Why? Damn, man. You give us that aspirational seed, the one that everyone in Memphis wanted to see this team get to, and you look around, you're like, damn, I didn't want all this.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if they were playing, if they won that first round game and they were playing like an A&M, who's a 4 seed in the South, Arizona, Purdue, maybe Purdue, but yeah, Maryland's a tough draw if they get past Colorado State, and Colorado State's a tough draw. But let's not forget, Memphis is a dang good team. That
Yeah.
UConn team that we're talking about, that's an 8 seed. Memphis beat them. Michigan State, who's a 2 seed, Memphis beat them. Clemson, who's a 5 seed, another 5 seed, Memphis beat them. Ole Miss, who's a 6 seed, Memphis beat them. So like, I feel like a lot of people are going into the tournament right now, at least from a national perspective. Not only with Memphis being a dog against Colorado State, but I heard John Rothstein pick Colorado State to win this game. I've heard multiple other analysts pick Colorado State to win this game, and it's like I think people are kind of forgetting what this team is capable of and what they've done.